welcoming everybody to the spring 2021. And a lot of you, welcome back to criminal justice. And I have no doubt that this semester will go a lot smoother than the last semester did. And and so again, we're going through some difficult times, and so I wanted to satisfy one of the requirements for online classes in the education code that says you have to check in on day one. So everybody that's on this call is going to get the 10 extra credit points again. I did do a pre-course orientation about 2 weeks ago when I opened the class up for the A students to get started. And I'm really impressed with a lot of students that are already done with module 1. So that means I'm going to have to get off my duff and get module 2 open and try to keep ahead of everybody. Let's see here. So I want to start out by going over so we don't have any problems with MindTap. Okay. For those of you that have the electronic book, you'll notice there are no page numbers, but the homework assignment is the challenging questions, whatever class you're in at the end of that book. All right. And so they're the same in the hard copy as they are in the electronic copy. But I do want to, Roberta, can everybody hear me? Because Roberta says she can't hear me.
I could hear you.
Okay.
I can hear you just fine, Jim. You're coming in loud and clear. So if somebody can't hear you, it might be a problem with the their audio.
Correct. And I think they have to click on the audio button down in the lower left corner of their screen. So
or Roberta, you could try jumping out and jumping back in. And when you jump back in, you should get prompted to use computer audio or to use the audio on your phone if you're using the phone.
If you unmute yourself, just click on the microphone and the little red line will go away. That was a question somebody just asked.
So we could.
Yeah, you can unmute yourself. You can mute yourself and unmute yourself. Okay.
Roberta couldn't hear anybody, so I don't think she got that advice.
Okay. I want to go over because I've gotten several emails, and the emails state something like this: how do I know my MindTap account is connected to Canvas? All right, so I want to make sure that I answer that question right now. I did go over that in the pre-course.
Whoa.
Can everybody see this? Can everybody see the screen?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm just going to use CJ001 as an example because all courses are set up the same. Okay, so before I start to work, I go down here and I click on where it says I click on modules, and I want to confirm that my account is linked to Canvas. I want to go into the Getting Started module. And it says register and access MindTap here. I'm going to click on that. I'm going to click on this. If my account is not connected to this course in Canvas, you're going to be prompted to enter your password. Your logon and your password. So if you were in the CJ classes last semester, it's going to be the same logon and password that you used last semester. And if you're connected, boom, it opens up just like this. If you're not, then you're going to have to create an account. Okay, you have to create a password, login, and a password. And I suggest that you use the same one that you use for Canvas. So you're not going to get everything
Is that my
confused.
regular login?
Okay. All right. So you can see I am connected. All right. So I'm going to leave this open, and then I'm going to go back to my modules. And because now that I'm signed in to Canvas, all of the assignments, okay, are connected. So you do not have to bounce back and forth from MindTap to Canvas and the Canvas back to MindTap, because you are not going to be required to do all the assignments in MindTap, only the ones that are here. Okay, so you can click on, I'll just click on the video class. And you can see here, I click on, this is my first assignment. It's going to load the content for me. And then this is a video that you're going to watch. Okay. And then you're going to write your responses. And a lot of these are your opinion because they are eliciting from this criminal justice student your critical thinking skills. So you're like, witness a traffic stop, and then they're going to ask you for some questions about what would you do or how could you avoid this incident. So you're going to type it in these boxes, and then you submit the answer and you move on to the next. So that's how you know that your class is connected. Last semester, I had a bunch of students that used the free version of MindTap, and they were wondering why their class was not registering the grades in the Canvas gradebook. Okay, or why the assignments weren't working, because the free version, which is the trial version, only works for 30 days. And then guess what? They lost all that work they did because they didn't read the course syllabus. All right, so I also wanted to go back, and somebody's asked me some questions about, let's see. And again, I'm sharing this because I'm getting more than 5 questions. Okay. Which textbook are we using for the class? That was like 8 questions. And I said, okay, just go to the textbook session. All right. And I said, make sure you use the ISBN number there. All right. And they said, where's that at? And I said, so you haven't been into Canvas yet, have you? And I said, how? And I told the student, the one student that called me, I said, how do you expect to have a career in law enforcement if you can't follow directions? Okay, so a lot of the questions were already answered because people, the majority of the class had already clicked on, gotten the book, and there's quite a few students this semester that I had last semester that are like all the way done with module 1, and they're getting ready to enter module 2. So I want to make sure that they are commended. The discussion boards was another question. And so I just want to make sure that everybody understands the first discussion board assignment. It's located at the bottom of the getting started module, and it's basically an introduction to your, okay? And every discussion will have 2 due dates. The first due date is when you post to your prompt, post to the prompt. And then the second due date is when you have to have your replies. So in order to satisfy the second requirement for online learning in California is not only do online students have to check in on the first day of class, they have to do a substantial amount of work during the first week. So my definition of a substantial amount of work and checking in is having you do your introduction, okay, and have it done by next Thursday. All right, if you do that and you're on this call, you're well on your way, because you've already met the requirements for the education code. The other question that I got from 13 students were, are the Zoom meetings mandatory? The answer to that question in my classes, no, they're not mandatory. Okay, they are extra credit. So if you attend a Zoom meeting, you're going to get 10 extra credit points for every Zoom meeting you attend. If you cannot attend a Zoom meeting, there's no penalty. All right, so I don't want anybody to get stressed out because a lot of the Zoom meetings will be in the evening, not during the day. This is probably going to be the only one that's during the day because it's the first day of the semester. And I wanted to make sure that people understood that they had to get this assignment done in order to remain in the class. Okay. I do want to go over one more item on discussions. Here's the chapter 1 discussion. All right, so I want to make sure everybody understands that this is the discussion prompt. Okay, so that's what you're going to discuss in written format. Okay, and you can use information from the textbook. You can use information off the internet. You can use information out of periodicals such as magazines, newspapers. You just can't plagiarize because we use VeriCite, okay, to make sure students are not copying and pasting. And it's a program that checks your work against all written work in the United States and abroad, and against other college students. The biggest mistake that people made last semester that I hopefully they're not going to make this semester is when they start their discussion, they don't read this part right here. It says you might consider the following suggestions. Okay. And these right here, class, are only thought-provoking questions to get you to start thinking about writing. It's not, it doesn't say this is a question answer form. This is a collegiate discussion. All right. So if I have students that simply write out the question and then they give me a 1-sentence answer, that's an F. All right. And so I wanted to make sure that everybody on this call understands, regardless of what criminal justice class you're in. Okay. These are only thought provoking. That they are to get you to start thinking. You don't even have to use any of these if you don't want to. You can discuss anything about the criminal justice system if you want. Okay. And then look at the second due date. So, and then what I did is I posted one, and this is what I expect from criminal justice students. Because guess what? If you're looking for a career in criminal justice, you're going to write enough reports to fill a library in your 30-year career time. So you can see I talked about federal law enforcement, tribal law, state law enforcement, local law enforcement, the court systems, corrections. All right. But if you simply give me a discussion like this, okay, this doesn't cut it. That is not a collegiate discussion. You have to write as if you are teaching the class that you are the subject matter expert on the criminal justice system in the United States. Okay, that's what I want to see. So I didn't even grade any of them yet, and this is going to segue into, this is why the students that work ahead in class are at a big advantage, because I will make comments in the grade section to help you get an A. But if you don't take the time to check the course announcements on a daily basis, your CMC student email on a daily basis, or your grade book comments, you're not going to know. And so the requirement for the CJ and my fire classes is students must check course announcements, the CMC student email, and their grade book daily. Daily means once or twice a day. That doesn't mean get in and do work every single day. Okay, because my definition of daily participation, which is what you have to have when you're in an online class, I'm going to define it for you. Okay, in order to stay enrolled in a college online class, you have to have daily participation. Okay, the minute that daily participation stops, we're supposed to drop you out of the class. All right, so here's my definition of daily participation. Daily participation in my classes are defined as submitting your coursework on or before the due date. That's it. Okay. The minute I start seeing students that are missing due dates and can't keep up with the coursework, that's not daily participation. Okay. So I think that's fair and reasonable. I'm not going to expect students to be on here 8 hours a day. My expectation is you just complete the coursework on and before the due dates. Okay, is there any questions about discussions? I don't know what's expected. All right, because discussions seem to give students, especially first-time college students, okay, they seem to be a little bit of confusion. So, and I'll just give you a little insight. I shared this with other students that I've spoke with already. These things that I chose right there, okay, are study items for the midterm, final, and the module exams. So when students take the time to write like this and other students read it and learn from it, guess what's going to happen? You guys are going to smoke the module exams, the midterm, and the finals. Because in an online class, you only get out of it what you put into it. Okay. Let's see here. I wanted to share with you.
Put it on the charger.
I wanted to share with you. Somebody asked me, what kind of quizzes do I have? Okay, the quizzes are 25 question multiple choice at the end of every chapter. And then at the end of every module, you have a module exam. Now, the module exam here, if students take the time and do the work on the discussion board and watch the videos, you can see the module. And I'm just going to show you an example of one. Okay, just so you can be prepared, because the module exams are fill in the blank, essay questions, multiple choice, and true false. So you can see here is fill in the blank. Okay, here's some true false. Here's an essay question. Explain in detail the two main purposes of the American criminal justice system. Well, if all I get is one purpose, you don't get any points, because the students, they fail to look at the question and understand the question. All right. And again, this is your chance to write a paragraph. Okay. More fill in the blanks. Here's multiple choice questions. All right. Fill in the blanks, true, false, fill in the blanks. So, and most of these fill in the blanks and essay questions come right off the discussion board assignments. Last semester in this class, the students that got an A on in the class spent an average of about 63.5 minutes, okay, on the module exams. Okay, and I wanted to show you, I give you 3 hours to answer, 3 hours to answer 50 questions. Okay, and I also give you 2 attempts at every test. And I only tell Canvas to pick the highest of the 2 grades. And so it's just like, why would you settle for a 54 and you didn't even take it a second time to try to raise your grade? And then I get in there and I look and it says, oh, okay, now I know why, because you started the test at 11:30 the night it was due. And it was open all semester. Okay. Are there any questions from the class? Oh, and I also wanted you all to understand about the office hours. All right, the office hours for me are listed in the course syllabus, but for the criminal justice students, they're 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. You can text me, you can call me, you can email me, or we can set up a one-on-one Zoom, because I have a lot of single parents that are working. I have active duty Marines and who may not be able to make the normal office hours. So I will hold office hours whenever you feel you need to talk to me. I think that's fair and reasonable. Okay. All
Hey,
right.
hey, Jim, I just want to mention something. Right now, you're in CJ 001.
Correct.
For us students who are in CJ 032,
Okay.
over on the left over there,
Let me click on that.
you'll notice there's no quizzes. They're just included in the modules.
Yes. Let me see this. Here we go, right here.
Perfect.
All right. Let me pull up a module. And
if you scroll down, you'll find quizzes in there. We don't actually have a quizzes button over on the left to get in there. We just have to go into modules to find
right,
them.
right.
Yes.
That's only for the instructor mode.
Yeah, I just wanted to point that out for
Yeah.
folks.
Yep. That's only for the instructor mode, because you should have all quizzes and the module exam. So you're good to go. So like I said, if you get stuck on anything, call me. Okay. If you need help with anything, call me. But I want to make sure that students understand, in order for you to be successful and you want to go on to your undergraduate program or your graduate program, one of the things that is a failure point, even in the job market in law enforcement, is failure to have command of the English written language. All right. There's nothing more embarrassing than having the defendant's attorney hold up your police report and tear it apart for misspelled words, lack use of paragraphs, etc. So you really need, while you're in a community college, to challenge yourself and really write. And you can write something and call me up and say, hey, Jim, can you take a look at this for me, please? And we'll take a look at it together and tighten it up. Because if you don't constantly challenge yourself, you're never going to improve. All right. Anybody else have any questions?
Hi, Jim. Yeah, you touched on it briefly, but I just wanted to mention again that about the lack of page numbers in the digital version.
Right.
So it's very helpful on the homework assignment. Like for homework assignment number 1, it said, please answer the 4 critical thinking questions on page 27. Because we don't have access to the page numbers, it's really helpful to have that other piece of information which says 4 critical thinking questions, because that way we can find them in the book, because we don't have page numbers to go off after, but I can obviously find those 4 questions that say critical thinking questions. So thank you.
All right. I want to, Crystal, which module exam says 90 minutes? Which course? Okay, I guess she's not on the call. Let's see.
Crystal's typing in the chat.
Yeah, she said module 1.
But
I know,
think
but which course?
CJ01, CJ032, which course you in? CJ32, she says.
Okay, let me check on that. Let's fix it right now. Okay. See, that's how quick we can solve problems.
I'm hungry right now.
If it's that quiz in module 1, it's 25 questions. Maybe that's why it's 90 minutes.
No, she's talking about the module exam, the one that's 50 questions. All right. So if anybody finds mistakes like that, bring it to my attention. Okay, because some of these classes were used at a 4-year college, and as you go on in your collegiate career, it gets tighter and tighter, and the expectations get more and more. So if you find something like that, let me know. Okay, so I can get it, so I can fix it. See how fast that problem was resolved? Any other questions concerning the class, the textbooks, anything like that? And like I said, if you don't have questions now, and then you start digging into the work over the weekend, you call me. Give me a call, and just let me know. Okay, and we can meet one-on-one, or we could talk about it over the cell phone. But hopefully now, my CJ students and myself, we got all the bugs worked out from last semester, since none of the criminal justice classes were taught online.
Hey, Jim, can you go into a student view? Is that
Yes.
possible?
Yes.
Where is that exam in the student view?
Hold on. Hold on. Let me show you. Let's go to settings, student view. Okay. So I have to go to modules. Okay, and when I've done chapters 1, 2, I've done chapter 3, done chapter 4. Here's my module exam right here.
Leave it open.
Gotcha. Thank you.
Okay, now I'm going to leave student view. Okay, and in the CJ00, is it 3 and 010 class, I'm still building out modules 3 and 4. So I'll be opening up module 2 here shortly, because those classes were never offered online at Copper Mountain College either. So I got a lot of homework that I'm going to be doing as well. Okay,
Sir?
so any other questions?
Yes, sir. 2 of them.
Who am I speaking to?
Isaiah.
Oh, hi,
Yes,
Isaiah. Go ahead.
So, Nicholas Anderson asked, are we allowed to talk to classmates for help if we aren't able to contact you?
Yes, and you do that right here. You click on student form, or you can call up students. You can get their phone number, and you can write out your question right here. And a lot of times, I know in my fire classes, we use this quite a bit. Okay, if we use this quite a bit, and the student, I'm going to ask that everybody be put on mute unless you're speaking, because I'm getting a lot of background noise. So this is where you'd ask the questions to help from fellow students. Okay, right here. This is not graded. Or you can call them individually. And you can absolutely correct. You can work together as a team.
Alrighty. And second question. So, we get our grades on from Canvas.
Correct.
So, do we have to answer the questions from the other third-party website, which the book has the audio and whatnot?
Yeah, that's a good question. They're all in the course.
Are you kidding me?
They're all right here. Let me show you. Okay, let's go down to module 1. So this is a mind tap. This is mind tap. This is mind tap. It's already here. Once you do the work here, it automatically populates the gradebook in mind tap and populates the gradebook in Canvas. Okay, and I wanted to make sure, thank you for bringing this up. I wanted to make sure that everybody understands that there is an audio book. Okay, and you access the audio book by clicking on, you can read or you can lay in bed and listen to it with headphones. Okay, and to get to the audio book, you have to open up the chapter, and I'm just going to go to the beginning. And then you see this little icon right up here, that's the audio book. Okay, and you click on, you won't be able to hear it because I have my headphones on. But it reads the book for you.
I think the instructor might have dropped out. He might have had a connection problem. We'll see if he jumps back in.
Yeah, my connection sucks.
Sorry about that. I lost.
Welcome back.
Yeah, the internet went out. I had a power surge.
That's what we figured, something like that.
Yeah, when you live out in the boonies, I got my pet rat spinning the wheel a little bit faster to keep the internet going. So, but anyway, does anybody else have any questions or concerns that I can address for everybody?
Yes, another question.
Okay.
The student discussion board thingy in Canvas,
Okay.
does that send us notifications? That way we can know whether or not someone asked a question and immediately send them a response, or
Yes, let me show you how to set. You have the option to set that up. Okay. So let me share my screen. Okay, so do you see up here where it's where your account is? You're going to click on account and you're going to go here to notifications. You're going to open up notifications and you're going to set your notifications on how you want to see where it says discussions. So if you want to, anytime there's a new discussion post and a topic that you've subscribed to, you can click on this. Okay. And then it notifies you the minute somebody responds to your discussion. You can also set this up. Let's see. I have my notifications off. So anytime I post a new discussion or a new topic, you'll be notified. Okay. And then over here, I can have it pushed, sent to my email. I can have it pushed to my cell phone. And let me move your pictures, or I can receive a text message. It's all up to you on how you want to be notified. Does that answer your question?
yes, it does. Thank you. And how does it exactly notify? Do we need to link up our phone to Canvas?
Yes.
Or- okay.
Yes. And you'll do that under settings. Okay. So you can see, just so you see, here's the profile. I got a little profile here. Settings, registered devices. Okay. So you can set it up here and click on edit. And this is where you can set in your cell phone and everything. I just don't have it set up yet for me, because otherwise with all 1,218 students I have this semester, my cell phone battery would be dead in about 20 minutes. So, but yeah, this is, you get into your account, you can go to notifications, profile, choose the settings you want and all that kind of good stuff.
Alrighty, thank you.
All right. Good questions. Does anybody else have any questions? And like I said, if you can't think of any now, no big deal. Okay. You just shoot them to me as you think about them. All right. While I have everybody here, I want to do one last thing and take attendance. I'll start with any of the CJ001 students that may be here. I want to make sure that the CJ001 students get the credit for being in the class today. So let me go all the way over to the end where it says Zoom.
Again, my name is Zach Wagner, not Chaz Wagner.
Right, I see that. I remember that. I remember that, Zach.
Sorry about that.
No problem. So we'll start with you. You're right here. Who else is in CJ001 that's on the call?
I am.
Heath Grimes.
I'm right here.
Okay, just give me your name.
Rebecca Billings.
Okay, Rebecca, you're at the top of the list. Okay, who's next?
Monique Miller.
All right, Monique, welcome to the class.
Hello.
Hey, you don't have COVID, do you?
I'm gonna go get tested today.
All right. Who else is in the class?
Nayeli Bustamante.
Okay. Miss Bustamante. Right here. All right. Anybody else?
Hi,
Miguel?
Alexander.
Toledo.
Okay, one at a time. We'll let the lady go first.
Hi, Alexander.
Okay. Okay, next.
Grecia Toledo.
What's the last name start with?
Tolego.
Okay, got it. Got it. Okay. Anybody else?
Miguel Jacuinde,
Okay. Miguel, what's the last name again?
Jacuinde.
Got it right here. Okay. Next.
Carolyn Hildebrand. Oh, sorry.
All right, got it right here. Next.
And then Andy Tamaya was here, but I think his internet cut out too.
I can understand that. And I remember seeing Andy on the phone.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else before we move on to the
Those people in the chat.
Yeah. Eliezer
Eliezer
Zulia Santo.
Oh, okay. One at a time. Which one? This one?
That one.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, great. Who's next?
Me?
Tanisha Hunt.
Who?
Tanisha Hunt.
Good. All right, right here. Welcome to class, Tanisha. Next.
Heath Grimes.
What was the last? Oh, Heath, right here. Okay, Heath, got it.
And
Next.
you've got John Canary
Okay, John.
with a K. He's in chat asking to be checked in.
Okay. Is he? I don't see him in this class.
He's
we'll-
right above the.
Hey,
above
John
Monique.
Canary.
Oh, right
what-
here. Right
Oh,
here.
there he is.
I found him.
Okay.
Also, Naiva Jones is here.
Okay, there you go. Anybody else that I forgot that's in CJ001?
I am.
Leah Howe.
Leah Howe, correct?
Yes.
All right. Who else?
Isaiah Harrison Lee.
Harrison Lee.
Above.
Almost to the top, Jim.
Yes,
There you go. Harrison Lee.
Got it. Got it. All right. Anybody else?
Me,
Okay, me.
Carla Nunes.
Okay. Nunes, right here. Okay, got it.
Yeah.
Okay. Did we get everybody?
Rebecca Smith is asking if you got him.
Okay, let me look. Vasquez. Is he in
No,
Fire 001?
Rebecca Smith.
Are you in Fire 001?
No, Rebecca Smith is asking.
Oh, I'm sorry. You broke up. Who's asking?
Rebecca Smith.
Got it. Okay. Rebecca Smith. She's not in this class.
Rebecca, what class are you in?
Sorry, it's for criminal justice, 32 and
Okay.
3.
Okay, we'll get to you when we get to that class. Okay, so are we done now with CJ 001? All right, we'll move over to CJ. Juvenile delinquents.
Alexis Hendrickson. I'm just checking in real quick.
Okay. All right, this one I'm going to have to Alexis Hendrickson. I'm going to have to do this manually. Okay, I got Alexis. Who else?
Kyla Sibaha.
Okay, Kyla. And
Nicholas Anderson.
Nick Anderson. Who else?
John Kinnery.
Okay, CJ010. What was the last name, John?
Kinnery.
Got it. Okay, next. All right, I'll move on to the next class.
Wait, I see Rebecca Smith's name right there.
Okay, Rebecca
I don't
Smith.
know. I don't know if that's the same one here.
Yes, it is. She was with me last semester. Okay, so I got Rebecca, John, Nick, Kyla, Alex. Anybody else?
Tanisha Hunt.
All right, Tanisha. T Hunt. Okay, I got you. Anybody else before we move on to the next class? All right. Criminology, CJ 032. I think I have this. Let me get in here and look. Good, I have this. Okay, who's in the criminology?
David
Jenna
Larson.
Griffin.
I'm sorry, who?
Jenna Griffin.
Okay, so let me get David and then Jenna Griffin. Annette, Annette, are you in this class? Here's Rebecca Smith. All right, who else?
Roberta.
Anybody else?
Crystal O'Donoghue's typing in chat.
Got it.
Tanisha
Okay.
Hunt.
And let's see, Tanisha Hunt is right here.
And Mika Gonzalez.
Who else?
I am Lionel Vasquez.
What's the last name start with?
VBASQUEG.
Oh, that's right here. Got it.
And Jim, you've got Micah Gonzalez in chat.
Okay, let me get him right here or her, him or her. Let's see, there you go. Anybody else?
I am Josephine.
Ah. Hi, Josephine. How you been?
Good. How are you?
Good. Did you get MindTap to work okay?
Yes, I did.
We're all dialed this semester, right?
Yes.
Okay, good. Who else? Anybody else? All right, we'll move into the last and final CJ class, which is criminal evidence and procedure. This is a fun class, this one right here. I really enjoyed this class when I was working on my undergrad. Let me see if I have Nope. So I'm going to have to take this down manually. Okay. So CJ 003. Who's in this class that's on the call?
Alexis Hendrickson.
Okay, Alexis, I got you. Who else?
Heath Grimes.
Heath Grimes. I got Heath Grimes. Who else?
Kaya Alexander.
Okay. KK Alexander. And I know I got Jamie Foster.
Zach Wagner.
Okay, and Zach Wagner. Got it.
Roberta.
Okay. Roberta Martinez.
Leonel
Believe it, let me
Vasquez.
say my name.
And I got Annette Garcia. And who else?
Carla Nunez.
Leonel, oh,
Carla Nunez. Okay, got it. Who else?
Leonel Vasquez.
Okay. Vasquez. Okay, anybody else?
Josephine.
Okay, Josephine. Let's see here. JPSCHKE. Anybody else?
John.
Who?
John Kinnery.
Okay. John JKINIRY. Anybody else?
Rebecca Smith.
Okay, R. Smith. Got you covered. Anybody else? Anybody else? All right, so I'm going to get these points posted as soon as we end the call. But I just wanted to welcome everybody to the spring 2021 semester. And let's have a great semester. Let's finish at the top of the class. And again, I make myself available. Even when I'm the duty fire chief, I make myself available. All you got to do is call, and we'll work out whatever issues you may have to make your journey through your criminal justice classes a good one. Okay, and I think that the students that had me the students that had me last semester can attest that I'm pretty easy to work with. So, any other questions?
I actually have a question.
Yes, ma'am. Go right ahead.
Hi, it's Nayeli. I wanted to ask, are we going to be having class meetings then?
No, this is a 100% online class. I will have Zoom meetings, maybe two times a week, okay, just to check in and see what you need. But Nayeli, if you need any help with anything, you can call me anytime and we can share our screens.
Okay, so you're just going to be sending out emails too?
Yes. Oh, yes. Yeah. You will know a few days in advance of when I'm going to do these. Okay.
Okay. Because every time I log into Canvas, I see there's a link for Canvas where a professor puts Zoom meetings, and I would always be going on there to see if it was scheduled, but I wouldn't see it on there.
No, you have to look at your course announcements.
Okay.
So there's no such
Yeah,
thing.
you have to look at the course announcements.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, that's just why I ask that all students check their course announcements daily. And if you and if for some reason your internet goes out like mine did, just call me. Say, hey, Jim, do we have any Zoom meetings scheduled for tomorrow or the next day? And I'll say, hold on, let me check. No, I don't.
Okay.
How's that? Does that
Okay.
sound okay?
Yeah, that sounds good. Thank you.
All right, my friend. Anybody else? Monique, I hope you feel better.
Me too.
Yeah, me.
I can't tell you the number of COVID patients I've ran on since last March, and this thing is not nice.
I know.
It is not
I was
nice.
hoping to be one of the lucky ones and not get it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, but I'm gonna go get tested today.
All right. Well,
my friend tested positive, so I probably got it.
All right. Well, make sure you get plenty of rest and all that kind of good stuff. Okay.
Thank
Drink
you.
lots of fluids and take zinc. I
Right.
had it for 2.5 weeks. I'm getting over it now.
Yeah.
And zinc, like if you up zinc to like 60 milligrams a day,
Uh-huh.
then I drink tons of Gatorade, and I upped my vitamin C, and what else
What'd
did
you
I
up
do?
it to?
I upped my vitamin C, I think it is to 1,000 milligrams.
So I've been taking 500 in the morning and then like 500 in the evening.
Okay.
I take it all at one time.
Yeah, I would. And then, but up your zinc to 60 milligrams a day.
Okay, so get a separate vitamin zinc, not
Yes.
not like a multiple, you know, that.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope, just get pure zinc.
Okay.
And then I took like those drinks, emergencies. I drank those once a day, but you have to make sure you're staying hydrated. That's like the main thing.
Okay.
I felt like crap for like 4 or 5 days, but then I started feeling better. I'm still like I don't want to say lazy because that sounds awful, but I'm lazy right now. Like I have no energy. I'm a single mom of 2 girls, and I can't do anything with them because I'm just so tired. But I feel okay. I'm just tired.
Now, I slept for a couple days and I'm starting to feel a little bit better, but
just rest. Don't do anything. Don't push yourself. Just rest, honestly. I hope you feel better.
Me too. Thank you.
You're welcome.
All right. And the other thing too is I hope you guys all have taken a look at the detailed study guides that I prepared for you to help you study for the exams. Those are yours to print out and use. So you don't, when you listen to the book, the audio book, you don't have to take notes because I made sure everything in the detailed study guide came out of the book and off of the exams to help you study and prepare. All right. And once again, I look forward to working with all of you. I think it's going to be a much better semester than what we had last semester. And please stay in touch with me because I'd like to be able to know, what's going on, if whether or not you're having any problems, how I can help you, because in law enforcement and fire and EMS, we start together and we finish together. We leave nobody behind. Okay, so if you're sick or you've got kids you're trying to tutor at home, I understand that, and I'm willing to work with you. All I ask is that you just communicate with me. Okay, so you guys take care. Have a great weekend. Give me if you're like me and everything's crystal clear right now, and then tomorrow you wake up and what Jim say about this? Give me a call. Okay, give me a call and I'll go over anything I need to do to make it much more clear and less ambiguous for you. Annette, you doing okay?
Yep.
Annette Garcia, you doing okay?
My internet sucks here at work.
Are you where you
Yeah,
at?
can you
Up
hear
at
me?
Are you up at Keys Point or what? Your internet's worse than mine.
I'm at work.
All right.
Yeah, it's bad here.
Yeah. The other thing too is if any of the CJ students want to have a study group, let me know and I'll set up a Zoom and then I'll give control of the Zoom meeting to you guys. And you guys can sit there and review for the test together and stuff like that. I do that for my fire classes this semester. I did it for my students at Rio Hondo College and it seems to work pretty good. So if you got a group of your friends that want to have a study session, let me know. I'll set up the Zoom and then I'll turn the control over to you guys and then you guys can have at it. Okay. You don't even have to leave to meet. You can do it from the comfort of your house. All right. Thanks a lot. Hopefully this was helpful and I look forward to working with you. Okay.
Have a good day.
All right. Take care. And Monique, get better.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Have a good day.
All right. Thank you, man.